Hallo Studenten! I am Frau Hannah, your German language instructor. In this class, we'll be covering the basics of German in 10 minutes. This class will teach you the basics, both formally and informally, needed to greet and say farewell, introduce yourself and address others, as well as help phrases such as I don't understand and do you speak English? At the end of the class, there will be an activity to help strengthen your understanding and connect with the other German language learners. Without further ado, let's get started with today's lesson. In German, there is formal and informal speech. Formal speech, called sitzen, is used with strangers, authority figures, and so on. Informal speech, called duzen, is used with friends, family, children, and so on. Throughout this class, formal speech will be colored red, informal speech will be colored green, and neutral words or phrases will be colored blue. The English translations will be colored black. Our first section is greetings. Repeat after me. Guten Morgen, guten Tag, guten Abend. Again, guten Morgen, guten Tag, guten Abend. These greetings translate to good morning, good day, and good evening. They can be used formally or informally. Morgen, Tag. Again, Morgen, Tag. These greetings translate to morning and good afternoon. These are informal greetings. Hallo, hi, hey, servus, grüß Gott, grüezi, hoi. Again, hallo, hi, hey, servus, grüß Gott, grüezi, hoi. These informal and neutral greetings all roughly translate to hello. You can see English influence in the first three greetings. Grüß Gott is an older religious greeting as it directly translates to God bless you. Grüezi and hoi are commonly heard in Swiss German. Our second section is farewells. Repeat after me. Gute Nacht, bis bald, bis später, bis dann. Again, gute Nacht, bis bald, bis später, bis dann. These farewells translate to good night, until soon, until later, until then. They can be used formally or informally. Auf Wiedersehen. Again, auf Wiedersehen. This formal farewell translates to goodbye. When directly translated, this farewell means see you again. Tschüss, ciao, bye bye, servus. Again, tschüss, ciao, bye bye, servus. These informal farewells all roughly translate to bye. Servus can be used as a greeting and a farewell, and ciao is very common across Europe. Our third section is introductions. Repeat after me. Mein Name ist, ich heiße. Again, mein Name ist, ich heiße. Both phrases roughly translate to my name is. Ich heiße is used in both formal and informal settings, whereas mein Name ist used informally. If I were to introduce myself, I would say, ich heiße Frau Hannah. Es ist schön, dich kennenzulernen. Or, es ist schön, Sie kennenzulernen. Again, es ist schön, dich kennenzulernen. Or, es ist schön, Sie kennenzulernen. Both phrases translate to, it is nice to meet you. The dich phrase is informal as it uses duzen, and the Sie phrase is formal as it uses sitzen. Wie geht es dir? Or wie geht es Ihnen? Again, wie geht es dir? Or wie geht es Ihnen? Both phrases translate to how are you? The dir phrase is informal as it uses duzen, and the Ihnen phrase is formal as it uses sitzen. Es geht mir nicht gut und du? Or es geht mir nicht gut und Sie? Again, es geht mir nicht gut und du? Or es geht mir nicht gut und Sie? Both phrases translate to I am not well and you? The word nicht is used to make the phrase negative. To make the phrase positive, simply omit nicht. The du phrase is informal as it uses duzen, and the Sie phrase is formal as it uses sitzen. To learn how to say how old you are, check out my Skillshare class on Cardinal Numbers. Link in the description below. Our fourth section is titles of address. Repeat after me. Herr, Frau, Fräulein, Dozent, Doktor. Again, Herr, Frau, Fräulein, Dozent, Doktor. These are all used in formal settings and are just a few examples, as titles of address can indicate marital status, profession, relation, and so on. In informal settings, people are usually addressed by their first name. In our fifth and last section, we move into help words and phrases. Repeat after me. Ja, jip, nein, nie. Again, ja, jip, nein, nie. The first two words both mean yes. Ja being formal and jip being informal. The second two words both mean no. Nein being formal and nie being informal. Bitte, bitte schön. Danke, danke schön. Again, bitte, bitte schön. Danke, danke schön. Bitte can mean both please and you're welcome. When schön is added, it becomes formal and translates to you're very welcome. Danke means thanks, and when schön is added, it becomes formal and translates to thank you very much. Wie bitte? Was? Again, wie bitte? Was? Both phrases are used when asking for clarification. The formal phrase, wie bitte, translates to pardon, and the informal phrase, was, translates to what. Ich verstehe dich nicht, or ich verstehe sie nicht. Again, ich verstehe dich nicht, or ich verstehe sie nicht. Both phrases mean I don't understand you. The du phrase is informal as it uses duzen, and the Sie phrase is formal as it uses sitzen. Verstehst du mich? Or verstehen Sie mich? Again, verstehst du mich? Or verstehen Sie mich? Both phrases mean do you understand me? The du phrase is informal as it uses duzen, and the Sie phrase is formal as it uses sitzen. Kannst du langsam sprechen? Or können Sie langsam sprechen? Again, kannst du langsam sprechen? Or können Sie langsam sprechen? Both phrases mean can you speak slower? To make both phrases more polite, add bitte, meaning please, at the end. The du phrase is informal as it uses duzen, and the Sie phrase is formal as it uses sitzen. Sprichst du Englisch, Deutsch? Or sprechen Sie Englisch, Deutsch? Again, sprichst du Englisch, Deutsch? Or sprechen Sie Englisch, Deutsch? Both phrases translate to, do you speak English, German? The du phrase is informal as it uses duzen, and the Sie phrase is formal as it uses sitzen. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, Englisch. Again, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, English. The phrase translates to, I speak no, a little, German, English. Wo kann ich die Toilette, WC, finden? Again, wo kann ich die Toilette, WC, finden? This neutral phrase translates to, where can I find the toilet? Many bathrooms in Europe are labeled WC, as the bathtub and toilet are usually in separate rooms. Wo kann ich ein Telefon finden? Again, wo kann ich ein Telefon finden? This neutral phrase translates to, where can I find a telephone? Ich habe Hunger, Durst. Again, ich habe Hunger, Durst. This neutral phrase translates to, I am hungry, thirsty. That concludes all the teachable material. Now it's activity time. For the activity today, using what you just learned, introduce yourself in German in the comments below. See the example on the slide. Connect with your peers by replying to at least one other student. I look forward to communicating and connecting with you all. Great job, everyone! This completes today's class. As always, if there are any questions, please reply to my comment marked questions. Questions show we are engaged in the content and help us to strengthen our understanding. So don't be afraid to ask. As well, I always welcome constructive feedback. To leave feedback, please reply to my comment marked feedback. To continue learning German with me, hit the subscribe button below. I hope to see you in my other classes. You can check those out on my Skillshare and Patreon pages. All links will be in the description below. It was a pleasure being your teacher today.